Welcome to Ground Control. I have for review the SkyRC D100 version 2 balance charger. Now, I have the D100 version 1 and I have been using it for about 2.5 years now. And why did I get this one? Well, I had stated in my review of the D100 version 1 that if I ever needed to get another charger, I would definitely be buying the D100 version 2, and that's exactly what I did. The issue that I'm having with the version 1, and I've been using it extensively over the past 2.5 years, is my stop button on the version 1 is getting a little intermittent. You have to push it, just so to get it to actuate. So I'm guessing that the printed circuit board underneath the panel buttons is getting worn right where the stop button is. So I'm going to be contacting SkyRC to see if I can get a replacement printed circuit board to replace the worn one with, and I will let you know in the next episode of the Pilot's Lounge my experience with their customer support. So I have been using this charger now for about 3 to 4 weeks, and haven't had a single issue with it. I will break out the version 1 here in a minute so you can see a comparison between the two. This works exactly like the version 1 does. It's a little bit smaller form factor. It is quieter than my version 1 is. This unit is very, very quiet. This one also has a voice prompts and not just a beeping alarm, so it makes it a little more intuitive. It takes 110 to 240 volts AC on AC mode, just like the version 1. It gives you 100 watts of total power to divide between channel A and channel B, and this one has an additional features on the back. You have this XT60 port, and so you can also use this unit as a power supply for another charging board. So if you have a lot of 1-cell or 2-cell LiPos, that you have a separate parallel board that you use to charge those, you can actually use the DC power supply to power that too. And so if you're using 40 watts on channel A and 40 watts on channel B, that leaves you 20 watts for your parallel board. So whatever power is left over, it will use for that DC output. So that's the feature that version 1 didn't have, along with the voice prompts. It did not have that. This one also has Bluetooth, so you can connect to it with the app on your phone. I would assume that if your laptop or your computer has Bluetooth, you would also be able to connect to it with that. They also have software that you can download and install on your computer. And on the micro USB port right here, you can connect that to your computer and you can monitor it with the software on your computer. It also has a USB charging port on here. It's 5 volt 2.1 amp. It comes with 2 ports for temperature probes. It has the connectors are 4mm bullet connectors. It comes with 2 parallel charging boards. So everything that you see here, I got the power cord. Mine did come with the US plug, which was great. You get the 2 parallel charging ports. You get 2 charging cables that have XT60 connectors on them. And then you get 2 charging cables that don't have a connector on the end. And I like that because for some reason they're still using the Dean's connectors on a lot of these. And so I end up having to clip it off anyway, since I don't use Dean's connectors. But what I will probably do is since I have plenty of the XT60 cables and the XT30 cables, so I will probably end up putting a couple of JST plugs on the ends of those. But so I'll go ahead and pause it here, and I will bring out the version 1 and put it side by side so you can see a comparison between the two. Okay, so you can see these two side by side, and the version 2 is, I don't know, quite a bit smaller than the version 1. But it has all the same features. If you look at the front ports, I think the front ports are all exactly the same. The buttons across the control panel are exactly the same. The LCD screen on the version 2 is nice and bright and crisp and easy to read, just like the version 1. So you have your channel buttons to switch between channel A and channel B, your stop button, your increase and decrease and status buttons, and then your enter and start buttons. And this one I do not believe has, the version 1 did not have Bluetooth, but it has a port where you can connect a Wi-Fi module to it. So it's nice that the version 2 has a built-in Bluetooth. So that's great. This one did not have voice prompts. The version 2 does. This one does not act as an external power supply for another charging board, but this one does. So, and I think this was just $20 more than what the D100 was. So not bad at all. I think last time I checked it was $119.99, and this is going to be another great charger. And hopefully, if I get the replacement printed circuit board for this one will be just like new again. So yeah, I really like the SkyRC. So now that you've seen a comparison between the two, and we'll look at the back of it as well, you can see they're just about identical ports, you know, on the front and backs of these. So if you're familiar with the version 1, you're going to be very familiar with the version 2, and it's very intuitive and easy to use. So I'm going to go ahead and put the version 1 away and hook up a battery to the version 2 so you can see the screen and hear the voice prompts and stuff. I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plug it in so you can hear the voice prompt.
Welcome. I am ready. Make sure you select the correct battery type.
Okay, so all I have is I'm going to fly my tiny whoop today. It's too rainy and wet to fly anything else outside, so I've just got a 1-cell LiPo on here right now, so I want to go ahead and show you this. But I'm in program A, and it's right now it's set for balance, so I'm going to press the increase button to go to charge. I'm going to set it at 0.1 amps and 3.7 volts for 1 cell, and we'll go ahead and get that started. Okay, and this should take just a second to do this. I've already topped it off once. And this supports all the same battery technology, you know, LiFi, LiPo, lithium ion, lithium high voltage, nickel cadmium, nickel metal hydride, lead acid batteries.
Battery is fully charged.
Okay, so we're finished. It only put in 1 milliamp hour and 4.2 volts. So it's topped off again. It was almost there to begin with, but let me go ahead and stop that and unplug it. Hopefully you can see how nice, clean, and crisp that screen is. So stay tuned, and I will give you an update on this in the next Pilot's Lounge. But so far I am really liking this charger, and for what it has and what it does and its feature set, it's a fairly inexpensive balance charger. So thanks for watching. Please give a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out our Patreon site. We have a lot of free content there as well. And I will see you in the air.